Not marble, nor the gilded monuments. Sonnet 55 by the famous author William Shakespeare. Before we start, let me tell you the meaning of sonnet. The word sonnet is derived from the Italian word sonetto, which means a little song or a little sound. Normally, a sonnet is a poem of 14 lines with a structured rhyme scheme. Now, let's start the poem. Shakespeare calls this rhyme of his a powerful rhyme and compares it to durable and solid gilded monuments that mark the graves of princes. The meaning of gilded is covered with gold or gold plated, and the meaning of grave is a big hole dug to bury a dead body. Shakespeare not only compares the sonnet to the long lastingness of stone but also to an enduring image of the dead person. The poet says that his portrait of the young man is written in verse on fragile paper. The meaning of fragile is delicate, will outshine the marble and gilded graves or the memorials of the prince. After a few years, these graves will be neglected and the stone of these monuments will be left uncared and tarnished. The poet also says the time is sluttish, suggesting it to be dirty and careless. Can you tell me why the poet has used the word sluttish for the time here?
No, ma'am.
I will tell you. The poet wants to say that the time waits for no one, no matter who one is, even not for the kings and the princes. And once you are out of the sight, time makes people forget you, and time itself is immortal and finally passes away. Shakespeare further says the grand memorials or the graves will be eroded and the people memorialized will be gradually forgotten. However, the subject of the poem will shine more bright. A simple question. Tell me, what does the poet mean by a grand memorial?
Grand memorial means a marble grave covered with gold.
Right. Next 4 lines says, the young man mentioned in the poet's verse will be remembered forever. The wreck and the ruin of the wasteful war won't be able to destroy it anyhow. While the marble statues will be damaged and the stone building and other work of masonry destroyed, the poem will live on. Not even the flaming swords of mighty Mars would be able to destroy it. Mars is the god of war himself, is able to burn the living record of the young man's memory. The other 4 lines contains the powerful image of the young man striding like a titan through the time, gaze, death and all Olivia's enmity. The meaning of this line is against the death and destruction which render people forgotten. He, that is the young man in the poem, will stride forward and be not only remembered but also praised in the eyes of all posterity. The meaning of posterity is future generation. Even to posterity's end, his memory will outwear the world and survive the ending doom. Can somebody tell me the meaning of the ending doom?
Ending doom means Doom's day, the day when the last judgment will be made by the god.
Fantastic. In the final 2 lines, the poet says that the young man will live in the poet's verse until the judgment day. On that day, bodies of all the human beings will be reunited with the soul and the judgment will be passed as to which soul will suffer in hell and which will go in the heaven. He, the young man of the poet's verse, will also face the judgment, and like others, God will decide whether he should go to heaven or hell. Read the following extracts carefully and answer the questions that follow. Nor Mars his sword, nor war, quick fire shall burn the living record of your memory. Who is Mars? Option 1, Mars is a planet. Option 2, Mars is the god of war. Option 3, Mars is the god of love. Option 4, Mars is a comet. The second answer, Mars is the god of war, is correct. What Mars won't be able to destroy? The gilded monuments, the work of masonry, the written memory of your life which continues after your death, the statue of the princess. Third option, that is the written memory of your life which continues after your death, is correct. C. The living record means biography of some person, autobiography of somebody, interview of somebody, the written memory of your life which continues after your death. Fourth option, that is the written memory of your life which continues after your death, is the correct option. Second extract, gaze death and all Olivia's enmity, shall you pace forth, your praise shall still find room even in the eyes of all posterity, that wear this world out to the ending doom. For whom is the poet speaking these lines? Option 1 for the princes, option 2 for the queens, option 3 for the young man, or option 4 for himself.
Well, young man.
That's right. Against death and all Olivia's enmity means against death and destruction which render people forgotten, the survival until the death of humanity. Third one, young man will shine more bright in these verses. Fourth one, you are immortalized. Well, the answer is against death and destruction which render people forgotten, the first one. See, what does the poet means by ending doom? The day when Mars will declare end of the war, the day when all the animals on the earth will die, the day when all the human beings on the earth will die, the day when the God will give his judgment as to who will suffer in hell and who will go to heaven. The last option, that is the day when the God will give his judgment as to who will suffer in hell and who will go to heaven, is the right option. Third extract, but you shall shine more bright in these contents than unswept stone besmirred with sluttish time. Question 1. What does the poet mean by unswept stone? First option, the stone used to make graves, the stone used to make statues. Third option, the stones which are neglected and crumbled to the dust, the stone which was preserved by the princes. The third option, the stones which are neglected and crumbled to the dust, is correct option. The meaning of besmirred is dirty, beautiful, neglected, tarnished, that is when a metal loses its shine. The answer is the last one, tarnished, when a metal loses its shine. What does the poet means by sluttish time? The carefree time, the time that passes away quickly, the time that passes away slowly, the time that is dirty and cares for nobody. The last option, that is the time that is dirty and cares for nobody, is the correct option. Read the following extracts and answer the questions that follow. Not marble nor the gilded monuments of princes shall outlive this powerful rhyme, but you shall shine more bright in these contents than unswept stone besmirred with sluttish time. Question 1. According to the poet, normally princes' monuments are made up of what? The princes' monuments are normally made up of marble and are gilded. This is the answer. Question 2. What is the meaning of gilded? The meaning of gilded is gold plated or covered with gold. Answer 3. Why do the princes get marble and gilded monuments made? The princes get marble and gilded monuments made so that they are remembered for ages. Answer the following questions in 30 to 40 words. Question 1. According to the poet, what will be destroyed in the war and what will remain forever? The answer is, according to the poet, war will destroy the marble statues, stone buildings and other work of masonry built by the princes, but the war will not be able to destroy the verses. Even the flaming sword of mighty Mars won't be able to destroy the poem. Question 2. Why is the poet calling time sluttish? The meaning of sluttish is dirty and careless. The poet is calling time dirty and careless because time cares for nobody. In fact, it is immortal and passes away without caring about anybody's emotions. This is the answer. Question 3 goes something like this. After reading the poem, who do you think is more powerful, the memorials or the poetry? After reading the poem, I feel a poem is much more powerful than the memorials. After some time, people forget about the memorials and they become neglected, covered with dust, and moreover, a war can destroy them easily. As far as a poem is concerned, although written on a fragile paper, as the time passes away, it becomes more powerful. Even war can't destroy it.